Money Vikings, welcome back. Thank you very much for joining. If you get any value out of our videos, then please do the whole like and subscribe and share thing. I really appreciate it. Make a comment, helps us grow the channel. If you make a comment, it adds to the old YouTube algorithms, and basically we can continue to expand. Our whole goal is to help make you wealthy. That's the whole point of this, is to throw out all the ideas and stress test all the ideas that make a person wealthy and healthy and hopefully wise. We'll see. Anyway, the bottom line on this video today is that I wanted to share with you the exact makeup of a very resilient portfolio. Now, we've gone through at this point several days, down days in the market, where the S&P and the Dow and the NASDAQ have all lost ground. A little bit dramatic. There's some recession fears out there. And we'll see how that all plays out, because you never know. But what I wanted to show you was a portfolio. This is a real life portfolio, in fact, that even over the last couple of down days has been extremely defensive. And at the same time, it's also been able to capitalize on growth and dividends and reinvestment and drip and all that stuff. So that said, let's just dive right into it. I'm going to show you exactly what it is. So the first element is the VDADX, the Vanguard Dividend Appreciation Index Fund. So that's the first element of this portfolio. And it's probably in the range of 20% of this portfolio. Everything else is going to be equally weighted as I go down the list of about 9 or 10 or so. But that one's probably the heavier of all of them. And I'm going to actually bring up here real quick, bear with me. I want to bring up a new window, and then I want to show you the DADX top holding. I want to show you the type of investments that are in the VDADX. And here we go. Yeah, we'll go to Yahoo Finance. And essentially, here's the top 10, which are about 30% of assets. So having holding this in your portfolio is going to give you clear exposure to Apple, Broadcom, Microsoft, JP Morgan Chase, ExxonMobil, United Health, Visa, MasterCard, Procter & Gamble, and Johnson & Johnson. All right? These are clearly large, strong companies that pay a dividend. They've paid a dividend for a long time, many of them, very consistent. I do like dividend stocks. I know it's not everything, but it's something, and it adds to your compounding over time. And so these are the top 10 holdings, and that's what you're going to get out of that one. So as you can see, pretty strong. If there is a recession, then sure, it'll go down. But you know what? Those companies are going to survive. Microsoft is going to survive even during a recession. People are going to use those products. Exxon's going to survive. Chase, United Health, people are going to continue to go to the doctor. Visa, they're going to use their Visa card for groceries. MasterCard for groceries. Procter & Gamble, they're going to continue to need ointments and creams and medicines. And the same with Johnson & Johnson, healthcare stuff is pretty resilient. So that's just my view on that. And again, I don't give financial advice. That's not the point here. I'm just showing you what I do. So let's move on down the list further. The next one is BND, the Vanguard Total Bond Market ETF. So that's the next one down. This gives broad exposure to bonds. And with bonds, they're not exciting. It's not really exciting like my Batman original 1990s Batmobile. That's exciting to me. But it is defensive. Okay, so the bond fund is something that in the last couple of days, for example, it's not going to drop that much. The bonds are still going to chug along. You're still going to get your 2%, maybe 3%, whatever it might be, and you reinvest that, etc. It's going to be fine. Okay, so that's the next one. And that probably stands at somewhere like 5-7%, something like that. All these are about 5-7% as you go down the list. Next one up is Vanguard Consumer Staples ETF. This I find to be a good defensive play. Let's go into that one. That is, let's let's see here. VGT. Oh no, sorry, that's information technology. VDC, Vanguard Consumer Staples. VDC. Let's check that one out and see what kind of holdings we're talking about. Okay, consumer staples, what you're talking about here. Let's see if I can find top holdings. Okay, here we go. Well, more Procter & Gamble. You're talking about Costco, very strong company, gonna do fine even if there's a recession. In fact, sometimes things like Costco go up because people go do more bargain shopping. Walmart, same story as Costco. Coca-Cola, people are gonna drink Coke. Pepsi, they're gonna buy chips and snacks and all that stuff. Philip Morris, I don't love this one, but people are gonna do those products. Mondelez Snacks, Altria, as you know, Colgate Palmolive Company, and Target. So that's your VDC consumer staples. Okay. Alrighty. Next up, Vanguard Information Technology. Okay, I understand this one. Let's see, probably hit, but I'm long on this one because that's VGT. So let's check out VGT here. And VGT. So again, my point here, my main point is that this portfolio makeup was quite resilient in the last few days. It did not go down that much. So I'm just saying it seems to be a pretty good stress test because the last few days have been rough. So okay, this is having a hard time getting to it, but I will just move forward. Okay, it's in the IT one. Okay, Vanguard Real Estate Index. So I like real estate as a long-term thing. It was beat down last year. Let's see how it's doing this year. Vanguard Real Estate Index is, sorry, I have something else open. Vanguard Real Estate. See if my internet does not want to cooperate at all. Okay, you get the idea. Technical malfunctioning here, so whatever. Okay, next is again 5-7% in the S&P 500. So that did go down, as we know, in the last couple days. But as you can see, it was only 5 or 7% of the whole portfolio here. So it didn't didn't clobber the entire thing. Vanguard Value, I think there's a place for value. That's just my opinion. There was 5-7% exposure to the Russell 2000, which is the small cap index, 5-7% in international, 5-7% in your triple Q Invesco, and then I guess in Berkshire, but the remaining two here are the Schwab US Dividend Equity ETF, a little bit like VDATX. This one pays a better dividend, but I really like that one. That's got, again, very strong companies in it that are probably going to do fine in the long run. And then finally, I have 5-7% in the iShares Semiconductor. That has to do with the fact that the future semiconductors, the present is semiconductors. Chips are going to be in everything, probably planted in our head at some point. I hope not. But chips are everywhere. You need them. You got to keep a modern economy going with chips. So I think we're good on that one. So I just wanted to share that makeup with you all. Leave a comment. Tell me what you think. Is there something that's missing here? Something I should add? Something I should subtract? Again, the idea here is not perfect. The idea here is my ability to sleep at night, right? So do I think this is perfect? No, I don't think it's perfect. But it's pretty well diversified for me and for my situation. And it stood the test of this week. So it was able to be pretty resilient in the face of a lot of incoming fire. And it held up pretty well, actually. It did go down a bit, but it held up pretty well. And I think that's because of strategic diversification, which talk a lot about here. So, hey, thanks again for watching. Bless y'all. And thanks for liking, subscribing, all that great stuff. And we'll see you on the next one.